everyone, welcome to Taiwan is my home. Indonesian's land is big, so same Indonesian cuisine would differ in areas, and the Bandung food is quite famous then, quite featured one. The process of cooking, it would add big amount of coconut milk, would take hours to simmer the flavors in, all kinds of menus in the shop. The shop would use little plates, show to you at once, let you decide at the actual item, which kinds you're ordering, which ones you're leaving. Never seen this kind of people, first time coming here would be surprised. What we're going to visit today is this restaurant of Indonesian Bandung cuisine. There's no same dish though. The way to go around each table is the good local taste of Bandung and the famous civet coffee. And the good taste in this had the siblings bond that have gone through hardships. Mom always said, "My, you really have the ability to open a restaurant." Made me think, I think I should pass it down. In my memories, in my childhood, can't forget this taste. What I had that's delicious, my feelings at young, that's this taste. It's this taste that make me wonder what likes what. This is Indonesian cuisine, sauce of Bandung beef, lack of it, this dish would be lack of soul. A bit hot. Yang, born in Indonesia, came to Taiwan 40 years. The year coming by study by boat, she was just 17. I would think of then, the most difficult times of my home, Mom would bring us to have Bandung beef here, would keep thinking, can't forget this taste, feels like this taste. After graduation, Yang stayed in Taiwan for work, then married and gave birth to child. In the days of housewife life, there's always home taste that her mom reminded became a taste that she's good at. Siblings who immigrate earlier had to come to her place to satisfy their crave. Is it good? Delicious? Delicious. The good flavor of Bandung beef made third sister smile happily. Yang's family immigrated from China to Indonesia. To Yang is already the third generation. In the 18th siblings, only 17 chose to study university here. When there's happy occasion in the family, parents would fly to Taiwan from Indonesia. The good dishes of the family gathering is always settled by Yang, left many happy memories on the dining table, until one day, 23 years ago, bad news came from Indonesia suddenly. My mom died in a car accident when crossing the road, bumped into a motorcycle, and went away that very day. Heart would ache even now? Yes, still. After her mother's death, father passed away too. Dining table that once full of laughter lacked something then on, but what made Yang take on the pan again to fry and cook is words of her mother. My mom said one sentence, "Hey, I think you really can open a restaurant." She thinks my moves are fast and good taste. Under sibling support, Yang became shop owner from a housewife. Family become her helper. Second brother, third sister's husband. After work, third sister rushed to the restaurant to help. The first 2 to 3 months when opening, we really, not only me, my brother too. Everyone is thinner one round. The thin 5 to 6 kilo. When sister come down to see us this thin, she felt like crying, thinking, why should we do this? Poor us, opening this restaurant. Talked back then, not only busy. After all, opening a restaurant is different with home kitchen. Yang severely required herself to catch the Indonesian taste accurately. One who knows how to cook Indonesian cuisine would know these herbs. Lemongrass, lemon leaf, gangle, everyone knows this just if you grasp it right or not. You can't even like this little stuff. so Yang insists to use the best ingredients. Spices are imported from Indonesia, cold and fresh. Choose the most expensive heel muscle that can absorb spices' essence simmering in long time. Bandung beef takes a lot of work. After grinding 10 kinds of spices fried, after a day's time, blend all kinds of spices, balanced aroma. I often say, my brother, Mr. Yang is my touchstone fig, touch-tone fig, because he feels at once some seems like something, then I started to add a bit of some other things. Siblings work hard together. After second brother's many times tasting, finally found the best texture and taste of Bandung beef. Just that Yang did good in her kitchen, she had to feel sorry for another side. Actually, at first, when I opened this restaurant, my son is just one, can only send the child to the babysitter. Our son is smart. If past the front door of this restaurant, he'd cry at once. He'd know. Not going to the restaurant, but go to baby sister's place. My heart ached most about that. Good that husband and parent-in-law could understand, and the support of siblings, management of the restaurant is more and more smooth. By reputation, nobles come like water, because everyone tasted the efforts Yang paid on the dishes. This pot is 25 years already? Yes, 25 years already. Old soup specially used for cooking free range. Old soup adding fillings every day is cooked more and more fragrant. After opened, I changed the small fire. I had to start cooking. Cooked for nearly an hour, changed the side again. After changing another side, cook for another 1.5 hours. It's not ready yet. After simmering like this, another dish of Yang's honey nest Jawa fried chicken. This is just the upper half of the complicated process. Yang expressed home taste loyally, not fearing using so much time and work. What made her feared is after the blizzard of SARS in 2003 is the recession of 2008. Hardness in food industry, second brother helped a lot. This bean would expand slowly after about 1 to 2 times. This is produced in Indonesia, the famous civet coffee. Hearing civet coffee, the eyes are lit. Because this famous civet coffee, it's said to be the best, most expensive coffee. There's a friend that rear livestock in pans. Brother who don't know a thing about coffee went to learn how to cook coffee back in Indonesia. Then we found there's a frying machine in the kitchen. This is brought back by second brother too. It's this thing thought for really long then, over 10 years I think. He thinks we must have a frying machine so we can do it a bit more, so don't need person. To keep mixing there, use the help of the machine, and not that Yang is lazy. Showing dishes she's good at. Spirited Yang then had a heart disease some years ago. One day suddenly felt when I got up, no matter how I walk, it's already hard walking down bad. Actions are inconvenient. Feeling very painful. Today not good here, other place not good tomorrow. Can't seize what is wrong. Using half year-round hospitals, Yang then know the disease that makes her so painful that she can't walk is systemic lupus. This because works are too tiring, making immune system out of control. Because something wrong on her body system. The pain of the body not feeling well, we can't replace her. Once thought of closing down and this business. She's still hard every day. Oh, where hurts. The whole body hurts, bones, joints, everywhere. Then how do you help her? Pain on sister's body, siblings felt sad too. Although her sickness is controlled now, but breakout sometimes, still not feeling good. Open 20 years, the old store that accumulated many popularity, should they take it up, let sister take a rest well, siblings considered for a while. still felt unwilling. This is not only just a place to earn money anymore. Hello, Mrs. Hu. You smile seeing me. Come, sit, Mrs. Hu. Come for about 20 years. Actually, Mrs. Hu is suffering some amnesia. At first, bringing daughter, son stayed in America then. Then when son came, she must bring son to have it. At young mom would cook the chicken curry. The taste here is similar to it. So if mom don't cook, would eat here. This recollect saying mom likes to chat with the owner. Young's dish is not just a dish of siblings, but a memory of many cross-generation memories. Everyone said, you can't be down of illness. If you are, we can't have Indonesian cuisine, delicious food anymore. This one too made me feel quite missioned. Support and encouragement of customers became the power to go through pain of sickness. Free range of 20 years old soup after absorbing enough flavor can fry now. Crispy, fragrant skin is like bee nest. Crispy outside, soft inside, bee nest Java chicken, only Indonesian president love it too. If my mom knows I open restaurant, knowing I can do this well, I believe she's very happy. I believe she's comforted. Good taste still there, so is mother's reminder and love. Insist of young siblings, comforted missings and thoughts for mom, changed the thoughts of her mom into taste, remained without aging Taiwan. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. Ice Bucket Challenge some months ago should have impressed many audiences. Maybe now in the TV there are some people who are called had to splash ice water from the head to experience the whole body stiff like ALS low-grade degrees. Of course, after this surge, ALS patients and their family needed everyone's deeper understanding and continuous attention. Later on, our main character now rarely is. Early 10 years ago, when this disease is not commonly known, he brought out this professional in engineering making assistive device help some ALS patients. There are some other pals whose limbs is not that convenient, breaking obstacles of life. 24 years from England already, knowing streets of Taipei as his own, Ge takes big backpack just off the plane early morning, back from China for business, 3 days a week, taking part-time job in Hsinchu Semiconductor Company, leading an engineer troop. The 4 other days, no salary, but it's lifelong mission. Not responding, weird. Still the high-technique field he's good at. The squared box on hand is his design. Wireless eye-controlled bell. 3 wires stuck on service cases on Tsai's head is testing for him, a revised edition of eye-controlled bell. Tsai had ALS, sick for 8 years after tracheostomy. Of next year, met Ge and his 2 working partners. Physical therapist and Chang, the 3 accompanied old friend Tsai to go through 7 years, seeing his limbs become vesicles, lost functions like eyes, only left eyeballs to turn around. Then we must find what actions we have. Let me control well when I have needs. At least I can ask people to help. More important than technology devices, if I can ask for help, no one can help me. Even family care can't open eyes for 24 hours in long term. Come to the call, go on to use technology to help Tsai express needs. Pace eyes can move, but in the market there's no service bell controlled by eyeballs. Engineer background of goods can be used. Eyeball to the left. It will beep. We can hear. It's detected. The eyeball keep moving. Left to right, the move right to left would make a small analog signal. I'm making the small signal bigger. It can make a call person spell signal. Engineer knows signals, but don't understand body at all. The 2 pair, the therapist who learned medical, Chang is responsible to estimate conditions of handicapped. Help them to apply suitable assistive device and resource. Lin is responsible to help handicaps to find a new possibility. would try to ovulate first. My hands can only shiver a bit, then my knot can bring out function. When I sit up, we pair suitable assistive device suited. He found when I sit, I can operate a bell, even a mouse to special devices. Tsai's body condition can't sit up himself already. Hanging devices Lin found to help him move to sit in front of the desk from lying down, using supported tools to fix the head, connect turning eyeballs to the computer, then can move the mouse to gonad surfing type. Answer Ge. How does he feel about the eye-controlled bell he's just tried? Kevin, when I sleep at night, eyes are afraid of lights, so my eyes would put a towel while sleeping. So old machines are more sensitive. Can we don't change? Yes, of course, no problem. Though can't speak, there's Ge's technology assistive devices to speak for him. Lying on bed, staring on the ceiling is not white anymore. Sticking Japanese character, the wall sticks, player sweeping that poster. Body can't move, still have dreams. To me, if I can, I wish I can, become a normal person. Walking on the road, no one wants. People who remember you, to accomplish my dream. Seems only stem cell therapy left. There was medicine experiment before, but all failed then. Can we give more hopes to ALS, muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, many heavy handicaps patients change their eye-sealed life? Ge and Taiwan's destiny started then. At 30, Ge came to Taiwan, visited a British friend that preaches in Taiwan. Go back to England one day, got a letter from Taiwan, thinking, why? There's a letter from Taiwan. It's a nun from Catholic Church writing. She works in a handicap center in Guangxi, Hsinchu, asking if I'm willing to be volunteer in Taiwan. I don't know how she knew me, but she wrote heard that I'm interested in Taiwan. Would I like to volunteer 2 years here? After consideration, Ge quit engineering job of international's famous company to service in a handicap center. Then that center, there's many cerebral palsy child. Then yes, they have communication problems because they had inconvenience in their moves. Say not convenient. If say to manipulate communication machine, if teacher need to teach them some things, needs some special switches. Special switches is a crucial assistive device, so I start doing that. Actually, that institute need this, but I don't know how to make. I have engineering background. Actually, I know how to make it, but don't know a handicap needed that switch. This made Ge interested to make technological assistive devices open up handicapped chances. Then I see a group of people, like for example, cases of muscular dystrophy, their moves are really tiny. It's just a finger of theirs a bit. The moving area is not big, so normal mouse won't do. Can't take mouse or click button, then change the button to a bigger one, use hand to grasp. Connecting mouse simulator Ge invented the microcomputer and semiconductor IC that would replace mouse moves. It takes the easy on-off function and measure its length to take the easy signal to become a USB signal cursor. 2 years service full, Ge hoped to help more handicapped to make technology assistive devices, extend 1 year in Taiwan. Then he was invited to work in charity group, found Lin and Chang who had the same concept as him. Actually, we three was in other places, bigger foundations, but we see it's important, too many people need it, but others in other places, they can't really let to have 100% time to make this. Or the order they place, for example, this is taking care, too many faces, I have kids to take care of his first priority, then other individual stuff. He put it on the back, would anticipate, okay, our association is small, but we'll concentrate on one thing, we can do this professionally. Small team composing of 3, their aims are to do well small but important things to make technology help these handicapped live individually, can communicate, find their dignity. Though not easy colleagues working in my hospital, they all are some chief or what, but life in hospital is simple. Today we ask me to do what I should do in the hospital. I needn't care needs of daily life rehabilitation today. I don't care if you do it for study, for work, or what. It's none of my business. But what we're doing now is trying to manage the needs of life. And when slowly developed or several palsy kids, when they see toys remodeled, can learn too. Playing is meaningful too. For example, I like swing like this. Just that I know my swinging is meaningful. I can swing here, then I can do this, swing again, but we wish to see them. What happened? What important is what do I do? What display? Do whatever? Yes. Some years ago, Go and Lin to Xinyi's school to estimate for her. Xinyi's a cerebral palsy child, can't control but swing her body. Mom is sad, clever daughter because cannot communicate with outside is misunderstood as mental retardation. Her hands seem can't manipulate. Assistive device can use the mouse. Then from the start, the head still moves around. Then I try to use the feet. I ask Mom, how about the foot then? Don't know. She didn't thought of this, so I ask, let's see right foot. Let's see right foot. Oh, not well. Let's see left foot. Wow, that's very flexible. Ge designed a controlled mouse for her left foot, let her write homework and using computer to communicate with outside. After that, even learned to control wheelchair, can grow freely, not limited in the corner of the classroom. Seeing a person on bed for 22 years, you need to see television. You'd see some technology assistive device, change his life completely. Of course, this is a big reason to let me stay in Taiwan, seeing cases like this to improve one's life. This process changed handicapped life, also changed Ge's life. Would think the bad part. What about the good part? We still need to cherish the good. So yes, makes me cherish what we have. Don't keep wanting, desiring something. Actually, life should not be bad, so start cherish. I really thank these people. Let me learn a lot, my own things. Let my life more meaningful. Let me happier. Let me more positive. So he made vow to never leave, not only because he became a Taiwanese husband, but a mission that started 24 years ago. Without these efforts, everyone seemed never know. There are still a group of people, underprivileged people in the society that's so different with us and need help. Goodbye, goodbye. Changed impossibility is hard for handicapped, but there's a warm flow that brings hope and melt the ice. There's really warmth in the world. The two stories shared today, whether it's unselfish, true concern, or the family bond never torn between siblings, is beautiful sceneries of Taiwan. Thank you for watching. See you next time.